Oh, fall is such a great time to be in the garden. Look at this. We can't even get in the garden with this fallen over Tithonia Mexican sunflower. Look what I found. Nurseries are selling Swiss chard and other big greens like this as ornamentals. Well, for $7, that's going to be an edible in this garden, and it's going to go well into winter. And I've got 5-6 plants in there for $7. That's a deal. Let's get those in the ground first. This is good looking compost. I knew there was a reason that I didn't plant this little patch of ground. And all I'm going to do is take out the Swiss chard. This is Bright Lights, which is a pretty famous variety. Oh man, I'm telling you, right on the money. That looks good. And I'm just going to split them up, throw them in here. Actually, this is edible right now. But I'm going to let it sit in here for a couple weeks. Come on now. Get going, harvest the bigger leaves, and then as it catches on, let the smaller leaves take over. And like I said, Swiss chard is a member of the beet family, and it will just go in the cold weather. It loves cold weather. Forget about a frost. It doesn't mind a frost. And it's a substitute for any spinach dish. You can see, if you look closely, these small leaves coming up. That's what's going to be our winter harvest. All right, that's in the ground. That's done. I'm going to mulch these up, put some water on them, and then we're going to make our green tomatoes turn red. Guaranteed. Our May planting of tomatoes is succumbing to fungal diseases. With a season like this, that's the way it goes. We still have lots of tomatoes on here that are going to turn. But over here, our later planting looks better. They are starting to get some early blight now, but we've got plenty of green tomatoes on here. This is a variety called Early Girl, and I'll tell you what works. Just cutting off the tops of these will force this plant. It'll be panicking. Basically, what that tomato is a seed delivery system. If it can't make any more seed delivery systems, tomatoes, it's going to say, oh, I got to make seeds, and it's going to ripen these tomatoes up quick. We'll never get tomatoes out of these flowers by the end of the season. So we'll just force this plant to give us tomatoes. And I've been hearing from lots of people, believe it or not, still waiting for the main crop of tomatoes. All right, a couple more, and then we're good to go. And you know, we're still planting right behind you to keep this garden going. Don't stop. Okay, into the compost with you. The key to any garden, the key to any green thumb is compost. I just poured 2 bags of compost on here, and look at this beautiful black stuff. Whatever we put in here is going to go crazy, and I'm planting some tender green mustard greens. This is one of the seeds that I gave to members of my Seed of the Month Club. And if you grow mustard greens, plant them once, you'll always have mustard greens. We have mustard greens popping up all over the garden, and they're really good. Spicy, easy to grow, love cool weather, and all we're doing is just throwing down some seeds. We'll scratch them in, put some water on them, and we'll have mustard greens all winter long. You can find all sorts of different greens like this at the nursery, and why not? We got some empty beds here. This bed actually doesn't get enough sun during the spring and summer, well, during the summer anyway, to really grow much that loves sun. And so now as the season ends and we get more light, this will be the perfect place to plant some greens. And then hopefully they'll go all the way till next year, and in the spring we'll still be picking. Cross your fingers. Our work is done for the day. Now I'm going to show you the best part of fall gardening. Well, as I've got older, I've added more and more places to sit as I go from one place to the other in the garden to work. And one of the real joys of fall gardening is enjoying some time to sit and watch your plants. I haven't had much time to spend with my friend, the Japanese maple or the Pennsylvania Dutch. And you know how important it is to have friends in the garden. Oh, and just to sit and look up at the clouds. That one looks like a unicorn. To sit and watch the bees work is relaxing as it gets. and follow me to my super secret retreat through the pokeweed. This is the fern room. Those are all native hay-scented ferns, and I'll tell you what, my favorite place to sit is right here, because I can sit here and behind you I can watch the deer walk by. If you sit here quietly, the chipmunks won't know you're here. And once I was sitting here and a snake actually came up through my legs and just went about its way. I didn't dare move. All right, let's finish up. Be sure to check out everybodygardens.com. We are having so much fun there. I've got so much great gardening information there, but it's also a place where you can actually post pictures of your garden. I would love to see them there. Until next week, we've got lots to do. Fall is for planting. Don't stop. We'll see you next week.